Hello, my name is Kim from Kim's Crystals. I'd like to thank you for joining me today to learn about pendulums. I've chosen a few pendulums for you to look at. This is a Shivalingam. You've got a beautiful quartz with cavanosite. You've got a chakra pendulum, and then you've just got the ordinary ones. I like to work with a clear quartz when I want to get some precise answers, but everybody's different, and the most important thing about pendulums is to select one that you're drawn to. Once you've selected your pendulum, it's important that you read the properties of it, because you'll then see why you're drawn to it. I always have a little bag which I keep my pendulum in, because it means it's a little bit sacred to me. So whenever I want to use it, I just pull it out of its little bag and I can begin my process. It's very important when you work with pendulums that you always remember to have your hand resting. When we have our hand resting, we stop that trigger of a vibration that runs through our arms, and it allows you to get more precise answers. So to begin with, when you ask your question, it's really important that you focus on something other than your answer. So if you ask a question, try and focus on something other than a yes or no answer. So to begin with, I'm going to start with a simple little process now, and I'm going to ask the question. And as you all know, my name is Kim. I want to use ask a question that I already know the answer to, so that I can determine which is my yes and which is my no. So you know my name is Kim. I'm going to ask the pendulum if my name is Kim and see which direction it goes. So, is my name Kim? Now, as you can see, the pendulum is starting to move in a clockwise direction for me. It may differ for you. It's a really nice big answer, so it's a definite yes. I know I'm Kim, and my pendulum has determined I'm Kim. Now, whenever I want to base questions, I know that if it goes anti-clockwise, I've got a no. If it goes clockwise, I've got a yes. And you must always remember, the more you use your pendulum, the better you become at it. So if you're going to put it in a drawer and you're not going to use it too often, you're going to find your battle with it. It's really important that you start working with it quite often. And also remember, it's so important that once you've asked that question, don't focus on an answer. Think about something else and allow the pendulum to work for you. That's really, really important, yeah? Now, just looking at the different pendulums, they all have the same meaning, and they all work in the same way. The only reason why we have the different ones is because we're drawn to them for different reasons. The chakra one is beautiful if you're trying to balance your chakras, and you've got the colors that represent the areas, so you can work quite nicely with those. But you can just use a simple clear quartz if that's what you want to do. Your pendulums are really good for helping you determine whether there are blocks in your system, and you'll see the more you work with it, the easier it becomes. But if you want to just try and determine whether there's a block, like I know for a fact that I haven't got a block in my arm, so I'll ask the question, and I'll ask whether or not I have a block in the arm. So do I have a block in my arm, in the energy of my arm? Now straight away my pendulum is moving in an anti-clockwise direction, which, as you now know, is a no to me, so I don't have a block. We can use it for simple questions like, as we're learning, is it going to rain today? You know, just simple questions, but the more you work with the simple questions, the easier it becomes. And that's really all I want to talk about on pendulums. I'd just like to say that if you are looking for any nice pendulums, if you have a look on my Facebook, you'll see there's a large variety for you to choose from. And I'd like to thank you for joining me, and hope to see you next time in our next workshop. Thanks.